with the Fairy Charm is going to be able to keep infusing health into Scatter right now. Actually has Astral Blessing up from cooldown. And says, you know, I don't need to use it just yet because we know we'll win a duel. So let's just heal and kind of bait you with it. And he's actually just not going for the full sustain just yet. Let's see if that pans out well for him. Megavon's taking even some more damage. Has to push back below 100 health now. And wow, a nice little headshot there onto Nerevar, getting his health down to 450 as well. Bot lane definitely very good for Amazon. Pressure coming in there. Shen up against Urgot. Urgot half health right now. Rolante doing some really good damage there. Gasti down to half, but does have an extra health potion there. Chose to recall and come back in. And Rolante with Cloth 5 already has used 2 of his potions so far, so Gasti's actually doing some good pressure so far.
Looks like Lee Sin bot. He did step in a trap, and I actually want to point out Rolante, a very nice job there. He did get hit with the canister from Urgot, but he taunted in, so Urgot could not use that spell, only doing regular attack damage. So he's really keeping himself sustained in lane, using his Vorpal Blade spell to steal a little bit of health back as he does damage. But Zero still hungry for that bottom. It looks like he's just going to babysit that for a second. Goes in on the minion. Can he get that Sonic Wave out? And he sees Mundo, Lord Zale coming in, double buff on. And it looks like they are going to stalemate on that attack, and both teams are just going to kind of back out. Still pressure from Amazon.
Yeah, so right now you can see E actually missing some minions up against that turret. Good early pressure by Amazon. Actually denied quite a few minions. You can see the gold, about 100 in the lead for Amazon currently. Good damage here from Malzahar. Up onto Wizard, down level 5 on both champions. Now Messiah is low on mana right now. He's actually forced to tank minions to keep him off his turret right now. Finally his own minion wave comes in and he's going to be safe. But Wizard now down his last health potion. Messiah's going to actually flash in. And there is Zyro. He's got the troll pool going on. Can he land the Q? Yes, he lands it. But a little bit too much health there. And actually Dr. Mundo, some good damage exhaust on as well. Zyro forced to flash away. Seems like he did not quite safeguard to an allied champion, but just fronted for the shield on himself.
A lot of these things happening right now. You can see that people are getting away, but they are expending very special summoner spells, and that's going to help actually going back onto Wizard. Could he get a few more attacks down? Turns around, the heal bait onto Zero, and looks like he's forced it back once again. Both junglers losing their red buff now, only with the blues assistance on the cooldowns for their abilities. But a very aggressive play here. And as I was saying, those summoner spells are down. These ganks are going to come back around again from the jungler. He's going to come out of the jungle with presence and try to take down these this mid, this top. Not a lot of focus bottom yet, as it's usually a warded area now. It's very hard to get ganks down there. So you see the jungler focus mid, focus top. Right now we do have Gasti pushed up quite a bit, 29 farm to 21. So Rolante still doing a very good job, although melee of getting his CS in.
Yeah, so see what they can end up doing here. We've got Graves trying to push out of this wave a little bit. It's actually stagnated to a very good spot. It's near his turret, so he's very safe from ganks, but at the same time, he's not losing any gold to minions. So if EA can keep this lane here, this is actually really good for them. They can get ganks very easily. Look at the vision, and Amazon has one ward, but if a jungler came in, maybe from the river all the way down through the jungle, you could go through Tribrush and get a free gank with no vision. And you would kind of hope that you know, maybe EA could pull that out and kind of pull themselves a bit of an advantage, as they are right now down 500 gold just from minion kills. So an excellent opening play so far by Amazon, getting themselves quite the early lead.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of controlling with wards. We can already see Gasti going down to place a ward. They are timing a blue buff that's coming up. I believe they took it late since they went for red, so we'll probably see about 8 to 9 minutes on that blue buff for both teams to spawn. You may see movement for that objective.
There we go, Nerevar left alone to last hit at turret. Doing a decent job of that, trying to pick these up as best he can, using those abilities, and yes, actually picking up them, pretty much all of them, so good job there. Now 4 CS on that support has triple Soraka's minion kills, so a lot of extra skill being displayed there. Gasti getting pushed up to his turret by Rolante. That ward actually is there for the Amazon player, so unless Mundo can break away from Lee Sin, I mean, Lee Sin's going to get spotted as he tries to come in, so looks like EA just kind of still forced to their turrets and not getting too much else done for themselves.
Good warding going on. Nerevar putting one down in the tri-bush. Mundo kind of babysitting middle here. It looks like he's going to come back and down around, take his wraiths, maybe go for a gank. We do have Zero taking his red once again, so that's probably where Mundo's headed right now. The jungle's not having too much presence other than at the same time, so the fights really haven't resulted in any ganks. Like I said, the summoner spells are down. That's going to be about 3 minutes for all of those, so anything that happens now, somebody's going to have a hard time getting away, especially with that red buff, adding an extra dot of damage. That's damage over time and slowing your opponent per attack.
Yeah, and you can see actually Shen I find it's interesting. Everyone always seems to do it. So Lee Sin ran by a ward, and Shen was like, oh my gosh, Lee Sin, hide. And so Lee Sin recalled. And then Shen was like, all right, back to lane, without knowing that Lee Sin actually recalled. So he could have actually stayed there, waited another 10 seconds, and gotten a free gank out of it. So, but Shen kind of very, very safe right now, hiding in the background, using Vorpal Blades to last hit some of these minions. And there's the minion whip kind of getting pushed up there. Rolante now, level 7, cloth armor and boots of speed. A couple of potions still as well. Should be pretty safe. Bot lane has pushed back down, and actually not a lot of vision for EA. You can see they've got the ward and Tribe Rush, but that's it. That river, actually decent vision. They can actually see the jungler, Dr. Mundo, come out at any time and kind of expect some of that. So this could be decent here. Some spam coming out again from EA. Look at the minions here, and it's 50 on Graves, and it's 59 on Caitlyn. So Amazon are winning that lane just by a little bit there.
Everybody's just milling about right now. It looks like Lord Zale is going to be grabbing this blue. Doesn't really need to give it to Vladimir, so he may keep it for himself. A little bit more speed on those affected cleavers, and he will keep it. We do see Zero coming through the jungle here. Some pings top for the gank from Shen and Mundo, but it's going to be a gank mid and a gank top. We do see Malzahar kind of moving for this to mitigate. Nope, he goes to ward for himself. Oh, just outside the bush. Unfortunate. It is still going to give him vision.
Wizard goes in a troll pool, dodges any potential spells from Zyrule. But his Q is up. He could go for a dive right here. Wizard without summoner heal for 12 seconds. Does have flash though. He could potentially dive here. He has ultimate here on Malzahar. Dr. Mundo though coming in to support, and Lee Sin will peace out. And they don't have wards that see him coming in, so potentially Shen could get ganked. But no, he actually decides, hey, I'm really low. I'm going to go hide. So they're actually going to come in there. Can he see him? He's going to dive in. He spots Shen down there. He's going to run towards the brush. Dr. Mundo coming in from the jungle to support that. He will dash away and he will be safe. But now a lot of minions going to be lost there. Shen going to lose all this gold for a while. And oh, Dr. Mundo spotting Lee Sin. He'll have to run through this turret. Will jump to his teammate and get away right there. He's going to be safe. And actually, he's maxing Safeguard first. So he's actually going for a heavy defensive sort of build here. Zyrule wants to keep himself alive, shield some allies, and sustain up. We'll see how that pans out for him.
Great wards thwarting an attack from Malzahar down bottom. He's forced to return mid now, losing a little bit of CS on that. It is 85 to 69. So Vladimir going mid isn't going to have any of that trouble we talked about before against Urgot. He's going to be able to go for that AP build. You can see that he already has 2 ability power tomes, 1 more for about the same price. He's going to have that revolver, which allows him to gain health back when he uses his abilities. So that'll keep him in lane even longer. And that's a really good thing to do in League of Legends. It's always good to go back and get your items, but as long as you can stay in lane, keep it pushed and soak up experience, that's what you're going to want to do.
Yeah, you can see them all kind of recalling back now, picking up some items. Still at 400 gold to their side. And again, that bottom lane is pushing pretty much over and over. Wizard actually not been back to buy for quite some time. 94 minions, 1,600 gold in the bank. So he pretty much has the will the ancient whatever he wants it. And that's going to be a very early pickup for him. Last hitting at turret pretty successfully. Messiah 14. Actually moving down towards the bottom. They could spot Wizard here if they wanted to go in for a push. Oh my gosh, and an early... Oh, this could be a jump onto Wizard. He's actually coming in to help his team get Dragon. Pressure comes out, forward and strong. Now will they move in time? They've actually moved over towards Wizard. A lot of damage up. Shen now coming in, ulting onto that Soraka. The Dragon is picked up, and they're actually still pressuring down. And looks like they're going to get that one for free. Excellent move by Amazon. 1,500 gold now. The lead for them. And EA just not able to make any moves to combat this.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a 1740, 1735 Dragon, so we'll see movement by both teams the next time Dragon comes up. That's really big to be contested. As Freak said, you do get global gold, and that is going to help your team increase and scale into this game and scale into their levels, better items. For sure now that Wizard has enough for that revolver, he's just, as I said, staying in lane, soaking up experience. There's no reason to let those minions go to the turret. Still a good push by Amazon down bottom, and that Soraka Caitlyn lane looks like they will also get it back. And everybody just about with 1,000 gold right now on Amazon, 1,800 on Caitlyn, so that may be a BS sword, and it is.
Wow, so Caitlyn's going to be in pretty good shape here. Already has Zerka Greaves, the BF sword, and that Doran's Blade as well. We see Graves, who's recently come back to lane, triple Thorns in the Zerka Greaves, but not a whole lot else to show for it, and he's down to only 300 gold, so it's going to be quite a while before he catches up to Caitlyn's damage output, and this is a really good time for Amazon to keep pressing their advantage. They already capitalized on getting the Dragon before, but they could push for a turret without too many difficulties, really, and I wouldn't be surprised if they went for some kind of pressure soon.
Shen doing a good job sustaining top. Looks like he's able to wriggle. He's going for the taunt there, and it looks like he will get some good damage down onto Gasty. Gasty forced to run away on this. and he is pinging for help to come up. It said Lee Sin may be coming up for you. He was seeing top jungle, and we do see Berlante back off. However, good damage trade. He will be able to win that lane.
Yeah, guys putting out some good damage with those Azure Hunters, really spamming down onto that Shen, getting some good pain there. Now, Shen has maxed Vorpal Strike first and then his shield second, so he's kind of relying on just the 1 point in taunt and leaving it there for a while. Malzahar, of course, leaving Null Zone to rank 1, but of course maxing Malefic Visions. Vladimir coming through, leaving his Troll Pool at level 1, of course. Looks like Malzahar with not a lot of mana. Running back towards his base potentially, or to looping back around. Might be an early Rod of Ages for that build. It seems to be what's going on with those item choices. See what else these guys can do. Some good pressure here from Scout. He got that slow on the core space, but they're not going to push much farther than that. 1,600 gold, still the lead for Amazon, but actually no kills on either side. So this gold is purely just from last hitting better and from controlling the advantage. There we go, Dr. Minna coming in onto Gasty. He's not in good shape. That Lizard buff, helping to slow him down. He will flash over that wall. And if he's smart, he will recall away right now. Vladimir did come up for some pressure if the chase was on, but that will not be a kill there. Oh, but the Wraiths are back, and Wizard wants to pick up some gold from that. And look at how much damage he's dealing there. Just picking up these Wraiths, lots of gold being grabbed for him. And actually leaving those two left so that they will not respawn. That's going to actually pain that jungle Lee Sin there for EA, and I like that move.
This is a very good job by Amazon right now. They're getting a little bit of control of the enemy jungle. EA is not able to get all the resources that they require. They haven't lost any buffs yet. However, they do need to focus on
a nice pick there on a core space, taking a whole lot of damage. First blood picked up by EA. Shoot on over. And that move was so very clever. He landed Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike, flashed over Soraka, and then kicked her into the wall, and that was absolutely an amazing play. That kill was enabled by that Lee Sin player, by Zyril. Great job there.
So there's a little bit of gold back. That is definitely going to help EA, as their momentum in this game was a little lackluster. Now they do have that first blood in their favor. That's going to be very nice, as that goes to Lee Sin, and it's exactly what you want as the jungle controls the lanes. Looks like Mundo's going to try to rebuttal on this, though. He's going to say, you guys got to kill. We're going to get a little retribution for the teammate, and the wards are going to keep them safe. As Vladimir pushing Messiah mid, nobody's really taking damage in the trade there, but by Vladimir doing this and always pushing his lane, he's able to kind of walk around and assist the other lane. So he's doing a very good job walking into the jungle, stealing Wraiths, going back and getting his. He's always farming and always keeping that experience on coming in.
Yeah, 123 minions, 150 for Wizard. They are definitely winning their respective lanes in terms of gold and farming. That is a lot of the reason that Amazon, despite giving up first blood, are pretty much winning right now. However, there could be a giant comeback here as Zyril has picked up an early Oracles on Lee Sin, and he will use that to sweep around and try to find wards. And you look at that, and there is very little ward coverage as top lane for Amazon. So EA could clear out a lot of this vision, could sweep around, and really enable some further ganks and keep shutting down these Amazon players.
Like Lee Sin heading top as he continues to clear wards. Every lane is just kind of trading damage right now. Nobody's really committed to anything. They don't want to make too many mistakes. They really want to wait for these team fights to come in or wait for the assistance of their jungler. We do see that Mundo is coming in. Zale is looking for something to happen. Wizard takes a little bit of damage, and Messiah says, I'm just going to go ahead and back off.
Yep, so still trying to get a gank at top. There's really not a lot of room for it. Oh, there's a swap coming in onto Urgot, or sorry, from Urgot, and then we go the damage on a Shen. He's going to get slowed down as well. The exhaust goes off, and he will dash and flash all the way back to his turret. Burns all of Summoners, but gets away from that gank. Nice plays by him. Nice, cool, and you know, calm reaction there. Burning his Summoners does hurt him a little bit, but he's going to be okay otherwise. And Rush Wizard still just pushing into that turret over and over.
Oh,
so pressure
goes on. From Messiah. Wizard going down, almost gets the Ignite. Can the Ignite take it now? Troll Pool going down. It looks like he will. Malefic Visions will get the kill. Very nice job there.
Nice job. And I like what happened there. The Ignite went down, and it lasted so long that his Summoner heal was not very powerful, and he flashed for one more Malefic Visions, and that worked very, very beautifully. Lord Zell taking some damage there. Good pressure from Urgot and Lee Sin. We see Malzahar roaming down towards his bottom lane. Gonna get ready for a kill if they can get it. Graves is nearby. Gets spotted out. Looks like they're gonna be okay. And no, they'll actually come back around. That Oracle's clearing the ward, and they're going for some dragon pressure. Mundo is nearby. He sees it. His smite is up. He could go for it. No, he did not quite get it, and now Zale taking a whole crap ton of damage. Gaspy picks that one up. 3-0 the kill score, and Soraka going to have to flash over that wall, but they push onto Scow as well. Some good pressure there. No, they're going to have to retreat from that one. But now, 300 gold the lead. They've equalized the Dragons, and they've got 3 kills for themselves. And EA pulling out the lead in this game. And that is just beautiful teamwork. They've all kind of gotten them by making some really, really good moves as a team, and moving together as groups and making those happen. That was a great play.
Yeah, it was like a 1.5K difference, now down to just hundreds of gold, about 200 at the moment. Oh, they get the ultimate down onto Wizard. He could go down here, but he's not taking enough damage. It looks like he did not have that pool null zone under him, and he was able to make it out without taking too much, enough to stay in lane and continue farming. Berlante pushed up top quite far. Does not have any vision behind him, actually, so he's kind of playing dangerous there. Everybody just farming at this point. Like I said, the fights really aren't going to happen unless somebody gets caught off guard or is a force of the dragon like we just saw. Lord Zale try to steal there. He did go down. The 3-0, EA, like we said, they were down on their heels a little bit, but these kills have been able to pick it up. They were able to nicely get that dragon. They do have actually down by 100 now in gold, so it's still anybody's game. We are 20 minutes into this one. And it's Amazon versus EA, your first matchup here. Red Bull Stadium for the After Hours Gaming League. These two teams all the way through the league playing against each other. As we said before, EA beat Microsoft, and Microsoft beat Amazon. So we'll have to see if that can continue into this game.
We can see actually some movement coming here from the blue team, going for a steal on this Ancient Golem, one of those jungle resources that these teams really want to control. And the pressure is going on, and yes, that will get picked up. They're going to try to retreat out. Actually, no, it looks like it was actually picked up by the Malzahar. So excellent job there by Masai to make that one happen for his side without even smite. Just managed to make some really good plays, timed his spells well, and picked that golem up despite the steal attempt by Amazon. So I like that move a whole lot. And there we go, the race. Going to move over toward Lord Zale. Going to let that Mundo pick up the gold for that one. You can see Wizard coming back around, actually going for what looks like to be a very fast Rabbitin's Death Cat. Really wants to build up that ability power, get himself a lot stronger through this game. Gold going to be spent on basically spell damage and lifesteal. You see now getting picked up a little bit by Messiah 14. Some pressure coming in from that Malzahar. He's going to be safe right now. And actually the turret getting pressured a whole heck of a lot by Gasty. That turret from Shen, 178 health only, so that could be really scary really soon for him. Rush Wizard had already picked up that turret in mid, but they could get another one back for them at the top lane.
So we are cresting now into the mid part of the game. Champions are going to start almost completing their items. Their recipes are quite full. We do see that we have a BF sword and a pickaxe and a quick pause on grades. We do have that going for the Infinity Edge. Looks like Lee Sin on the Wriggles, so he's going to have a little bit of sustain and tankiness to himself with that with the armor. We do see Vlad, as you said, going for that fast Rabadons. That's going to be very nice for him. He already has Will of the Ancients. That's going to help out Soraka as well with her heals, and Mundo with a few of his cleavers as well. Burning Agony is going to bring him a little bit of damage. So these guys definitely looking to get those late game items now. Like I said, we're at 20 minutes, about mid game, and we did say that that Vladimir team, that Mundo and that Shen scale very well into late game. Right now we do see that Amazon is behind, so if they can carry this another 15-20 minutes, it may start to turn into their favor. But right now EA has started to come out very strong with 3 kills and their own dragon at 17 minutes. We'll see that again around 23, so we'll point that out.
Yeah, so right now let's see. They can make these happen. As you said, 2 minutes to go until that dragon respawn. We'll see what they can do with that. Soraka bullying away that Malzahar a little bit, wanted to not get jumped by the rest of the team. Dr. Mudo actually very aggressive on the EA side of the map. And those minions are again pushing into that turret, sacrificing themselves to that turret, doing a little bit of damage there, but ultimately denying gold to the EA side, and that's going to be really, really good for them over and over. See Sky actually picking up a double daggers right here. I'm not sure what that build is for exactly. Actually, they will both build on a Phantom Dancer, so I guess he's going for that build and relying on the attack speed right now instead of the crit so much, not really the early zeal, but instead just getting that attack speed for the DPS. We'll see how that build works out. EA really pushing this bottom lane. They did lose their turret early on to that Caitlyn just a couple minutes ago. And we'll see if they can get some good pressure here. Scout really wants to pressure these minions down. Last hit them all at turret if possible. EA actually not going for turret pressure at all, but instead putting down a safe ward. Doing a little bit of damage actually to Scout right now, but mostly worrying about their own last hits and not some turret pressure. I'm a little bit surprised they wouldn't go for the equalize. But now just going for some pain right now. Shen right now alone at top.
Amazon doing really big things with their economy right now. Just great buys. The Infinity Edge is Zeke's Herald already. If they were to go into a 5-on-5 fight, they would definitely have the upper hand of those completed items. A Rod of Ages on Malzahar, that's going to start to tick up and help him a little bit. Not so much right now, but over time he will gain that ability power and HP.
Actually, Lee Sin coming up over towards the bottom does find a whole lot of pain right there. Zyril about to go down, trying to get away. Will drop the Caleb, but they did pick up Soraka, but here comes Mundo off to the side. And Gray's not in a happy place right now, trying to get away from this one. One hit from Dead. Can they get in range? He's still trying to run. The Malzahar's come in to support Narrowbar. Can they get the damage on the Lord Zale? Oh, he's going to jump on a scout. And Caleb will fall down. Exhausted now going on to Mundo. Can he get away from this one? Urgot trying to flash in range, cannot land his ultimate. Will land the E. There's the Qs coming off as well. Some good pain, but that will not pick up Dr. Mundo. But they pick up a 2-for-1 in that fight, and that was looking very, very scary. That Graves barely getting away with 100 health left after recalling. And EA now with a giant advantage in the bot lane and will pressure this turret. It's actually some really good damage. They could pick up the turret if they wanted it, and I believe it's worth it for them to do this. You know, it was great awareness by Messiah. He could have walked in front of the bullet, but instead, he instead said, no, I'm just going to channel my ultimate and stop hers altogether. Shutting that down, keeping Biggle Buns alive, and that was a huge play for them. They come out of that way on top. A turret in their favor, which is global gold for the entire team, just as that Dragon or Baron objective. So a very good hit there by EA. They gain a little bit more strength. We did see Amazon come up with their first kill there, so they are kind of getting a little bit momentum with those items. We do see that Wizard has completed his Rabadons, and it looks like he's going for a Void Staff as he does pick up an ability tome. Yeah, and we'll see. As soon as he gets Rabadons, that will be... Yeah, no, he's got that one. You're right, yeah. And that will be a very big bump for Wizard. He was not wearing that up until now. Finally finished that combined, and that's going to be a big, big power jump. And you can see these players getting ready to contest for Dragon. EA kind of in the lead right now. But an Oracle's on Mundo means they're going to clear that ward out. You can see Amazon not with a lot of vision themselves, but neither does EA. So we'll see how this pans out. These Caitlyn traps actually really, really smart for Scout. Going to keep putting them down and blocking off this choke point here that EA is going to need to use to get in there. Now, Shen and Urgot are both making their ways into these fights. And oh, I like that ward there. Drop down again for Amazon, getting themselves some very good vision. But again, Lord Zale, he has that Oracles. They can easily sweep these wards out. But EA really pushing them away from that spot. And Shen's going to just keep shoving mid. His ultimate, Stand United, is available, so he can show up to that fight at any time. The smoke cloud goes down. This is actually a really good time for EA to push for this. I think they have really good positioning right now. That it's going to be hard for Amazon to kind of push their way into this fight. And they've just bullied Amazon away from this one. More and more pressure coming in from Urgot. That's really, really good for them. That is amazing for them to do that. Right now, they have a Caitlyn and a Mundo who can outpull pretty much the entire team. But Gasty just doing such a great job of zoning them out, pushing them into that choke point. We do have the ultimate of Malzahar coming down onto Ska, but he's not going to take that much damage. He did not get no zone. It's going to be the focus onto core space. And Vladimir picking up two onto Lulu and Malzahar. Is it will be Zero to go down next? Great kiting by Ska. He's able to get that one down. And it looks like they turned around the Dragon for an ace. 6-6, Amazon completely ties up the game. That was absolutely phenomenal play by them. They made that fight work for them so very well.
Straight
Soraka,
to their own.
Oh yes, straight to the Baron. I like that move. And Wizard dealt just gobs of damage in that fight. They picked up 5 for 1. It was 1-5, and now it's 6-6. And Wizard picking up a kill or assist on every single champion there. That damage output so very, very massive on Baron. You can see it going down, 2,500 health. That will be theirs almost for certain. That 2,000 gold will jump to 3,500 gold, and Amazon bearing that Baron buff, and they're going to be happy with this one. That's going to be really big for them. We'll see Baron come up in 7 minutes from now, so that's going to be about 33 just on the dot. There'll be a lot of a big contest for that, or contesting for that for both teams. We'll have to see. They are going to wear this for 4 minutes. After it wears off, then we have that 3-minute timer that we'll know. We'll see the teams milling about. Right now, though, the focus kind of changes on the map. Everybody's allowed to farm. You can go bottom lane without worrying if Baron's gone, because it already is. So you can kind of get your farm back. That's what Amazon has to worry about, though. If they push these lanes, they got to keep the pressure on, and they have to utilize that Baron buff. If they don't do anything right now, it's not going to do them any good other than a little bit of gold in their pocket. So right now, they need to regroup, get back to a lane. Mid is still kind of fresh. It has that second turret, but all the other lanes do as well, but they're not as pushed. So we'll have to see how they utilize this Baron buff here within the next 3.5 minutes about. Yeah, so absolutely it is on EA to push right now. They've given the Lizard buff over to Caitlyn. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with there. Has that Phantom Dancer and the Green Elixir as well, so she's going to be all kinds of powerful in this fight. And they're going to keep pushing on forward. A Death Cap almost grabbed up from Messiah 14 when he finally finishes that item. That will actually be a very, very big power jump. He's going to like to see that one happen. Of course, they have the ability to swap and deal just gobs of damage to these champions. Unfortunately, though, there's no one that can really catch here for Amazon because Wizard can always troll pool away. Mundo has his ultimate. Shen can dash and can ult a teammate as well. So it's going to be very hard for E to pick up these kills with the suppression comp. But if they can get one, it's a very big deal because I think Amazon needs to be cohesive here. That Caitlyn is not enough DPS on by herself. And Wizard is really only AoE, so they need both these carries to be alive. And they need the tanks from Mundo and Shen to really allow themselves to initiate. So we'll see if EA can pick up one of these kills or if Amazon can keep pushing on through. They have bonus health regeneration thanks to that Baron buff that they picked up just a little while ago. And they're going to keep going for the turret. No, there is the pressure on the Wizard. A lot of ping going on. Ben Silence as well. He will troll pull underneath. Let's see if they can get any more pressure on. They picked up the kill on Elisa and Urgot taking a whole lot of pain. And Wizard actually still alive as well. And they picked up those kills pretty cleanly. Lulu will run away. They picked up 2. They've lost 2. And there is the... Oh, Messiah's going to block the one. Nice plays right there. 2 for 2 on this fight. And they're actually still in position to keep pushing on them. They have some sustain from the Baron buff and from Soraka, and they will keep pressuring this fight.
Yeah, that was the best time for EA to try and do that. They were under a turret, although Amazon has Baron. They really needed to kind of put up a fight there. They did get the ultimate down. The switch was on to Wizard, but I think he's just too tanky in his abilities to get out of the fight. You really need to focus Vladimir after he pools, force him to do that, and then you can really take him out. But very good job by Amazon, able to turn that one around. The Baron buff giving them a huge advantage there, obviously, and they were able to get the turret they wanted. So that's Baron, turret, a few more kills. Amazon really taking a huge lead here. It is 8-8, but 4 turrets to 2, and that global gold right now gives them about a 4,000 gold advantage.
Yeah, and that is pretty lovely for them. Now, the one thing that also happened here with Vladimir was he had a summoner heal up for that fight. Of course, had his entire suite of spells going on, so he got himself a lot of burst health back through that fight. Soraka as well, of course, has that maxed out Astral Blessing, 350 health. Summoner heal for that Vladimir as well. We look at the stats right there, 600 right there. Additionally, Soraka's Wish, another about 340. So there's about 1,200 health that can be infused into Vladimir anytime. So in addition to his 2,700 health that he has right now, he's got another 1,200 coming in. So almost 4,000 damage must be dealt to Vladimir. And additionally, you've got actually the Shen ult as well. If he had used it, it's another almost 900 something. So make that almost 5,000 damage they have to do to Vladimir in order to bring him down. They did manage to kill him there, but that means 5,000 damage was dealt and focused on that one spot. And when you do that much damage and finally pick up the kill using all your suppressions, you'd be surprised to come out of that fight ahead. They did go even, they did lose a turret afterwards. You know, Amazon grouping up towards Dragon a little bit. This actually isn't too far away from spawning, maybe a minute or so. So if we'll see if they come back around for that, or if EA, oh wow, and there's ward in this brush. Amazon knows exactly where EA is. They know they're coming in from the side. They could actually initiate here. Gassing in front. Jumped up by Lord Zale. A whole lot of pain right now. Down to half health right now. Long growth goes on. Amazon actually does drop down Wizard right away. He is still taking a whole lot of damage. They were trying to get away from Caitlyn. Will actually do so. Mundo still in front, taking a lot of pain. Still getting burned down. Shen actually ults onto Caitlyn. Caitlyn going to survive right now. And now Urgot taking a whole heck of a lot of pain. Now can Caitlyn clean up this fight? They're taking a lot of damage here. Zero almost going down, but no. Scout is left alone and even with the vision advantage. Can she pick up Messiah? Trying to, not quite enough damage. Lulu getting pushed down, hides into the Pongo board, and they pick up that ace. Excellent by EA. And look at that. Look how little health is here onto Graves, onto Malzahar, and onto Lulu.
That was an amazing fight, and it was a great job of kiting. What EA did perfectly there was, yes, they kind of did face check that, and Urgot took a ton of damage. Lulu was able to save him with the ultimate, which was perfect because Chemo Plague didn't do too much after that. But they actually pulled them right into the Wolves area. That cut off a lot of vision, that choked the entire team of Amazon, and they weren't able to get into the fight. And that's why they just one-on-one. Mundo started to fall. They started to turn on him. Caitlyn was the last one left because she was able to stay outside, but they did a great job of recycling each other and who was taking damage, and EA played that perfectly by using the vision of the jungle.
Yeah, Zyro going to pick up that Dragon for himself. 13-9, still though that Baron kill earlier and the gigantic minion kill advantage, 280 versus 190 from the mid lane. 237 versus 218, the top lane. 178 to 186, so actually Urgot out CSing that Shen, but that is like the one lane they're winning in minion kills. But between the Baron and the minion advantage, Amazon actually still leading in gold. Those turrets helping as well, but EA really going for the comeback here. Going for these turret kills, 3 to 4 right now. They will push for another, and that will bridge that gap even closer. But they're actually pushing on to Lord Zale. Has to take the ult from Shen right there. A lot of pain went down, and actually you've got to realize that until Vlad picks up some magic resistance, he's only getting a little bit, just that no magic mantle. It's likely to be a guardian angel from that build. That this Malzahar is really just burning through his health right now. 370 AP on Malzahar, still going for more, has some magic penetration as well. It's a very, very scary mage right there. He is going to be a very big damage threat. Lord's actually getting caught right there. Malzahar calls on, and they go to pick into the team. They go burn him down. More pressure coming here. And actually the ultimate from Kate. Trying to push Graves away. The song coming in. They go and the kill on the Wizards. 2 kills picked up now. Snout in the back, going to the pressure on the Biggle Buns. Gas station flashes in the raid. Will land some slows here. Still pressuring down on the Sky. He's trying to gun these away, trying to get out of this. Pressure, more and more pressure towards base. Now to get dropped down, no slide, but they pick up a rebuttal onto Lee Sin. 1 kill for 4. Now can Kate keep her turret alive against this EA team?
That was a really great trap, especially to get Lee Sin on that kill. Kate kind of turning around and just throwing one down. And who can resist cupcakes, even if you're in front of a turret? Lee Sin can't. And he's going down on that. 30 seconds back into this one. It looks like this Baron, again, going to go to EA. They will be able to utilize this to take down some more turrets. Both of their lanes are pushed past the river, so they actually have a lot to work with here. Go back, get some items, then push those lanes. We do have O coming in, killing out Lulu. Could it be Biggle One's going down as well? Going for the Caliber net, takes him down, or gets him to catch, rather. And Scout will get out alive with a kill.
That was a really nice move by Caitlyn to sneak in there and make that one happen. I am a very big fan of that move. Gets a pretty cheeky kill, and of course you saw the ward control was already there for Amazon, so she did know exactly what was happening there. Bigglebuzz having to run away, dodging over a wall. Oh, I was wondering if Caitlyn would try to chase that one down, but will not do so. Instead, we'll push this top lane, picking up a whole lot of minion gold. The thing is, this Caitlyn is very, very scary, going for a Last Whisper right now. Has a lot of attack damage, 243, the rest of her stats, 6 armor pen, a little bit of lifesteal as well. Definitely a scary champion in this game. See Dr. Mundo, a very, very beefy dude as well. That's going to be a scary Mundo. He's got his Warmogs, got a Warden's Mail as well. So Randuin's Omen going to be very soon picked up here.
Looks like both of the mids actually right on each other on AP at like 455 to 487. That Rod of Ages really helping with the percentage of the Rabadons to put him over Vladimir. But right now, Vladimir very tanky as well. That Will the Ancient is going to keep him alive in the fight. We've seen him be focused quite a bit. And as Freak said, it's going to take about 5,000 damage, even more now since the leveling to take him down. So the APs kind of even out at this point in the game. Amazon, however, due to that synergy of his passive, is going to have more health than Malzahar. So we'll have to see if those two have to duke it out in a fight. They will be a focus of the fight as we see Amazon now moving around, milling about their jungle, just grabbing up the resources. The next fight to happen quite soon. We do see that Baron is on EA members still, just a few of them. Zero has lost it, and so has Lulu. So this next fight needs to happen for them quick. They need to utilize the buffs they're getting from that, the attack damage, the health regen, and all those other things to utilize in the next few minutes.
You can see Lord Zale chilling up in mid lane. That Baron buff hasn't been killed. Actually didn't get picked up on Lee Sin in time because he actually was the one who died in that fight. So he's only got Baron buff on. Looks like 3 champions here. So EA is not quite as strong as they might expect to be. They have gotten themselves a gold lead finally with the 6 kills and their own Baron and almost equalized turrets. So they are running towards mid lane right now. This is probably the best place for them to push. Now can they make this happen? Actually, no, Spirit Visage was actually the magic resist grab here. For this Vladimir, and I don't like that idea. I think he should have went for a Quicksilver Sash here, because he's been the main target from Malzahar. That's the item I talked about earlier. That ultimate from Malzahar, Nether Grasp, doing 1,200 damage, suppressing for 2.5 seconds. It does not allow any action at all from Vladimir. Now that will help his Summoner heal him a little bit more. That will be nice for that, but that's the only thing he's really gaining out of this. We'll see if EA can keep the pressure on. They're moving in. Nullzone goes down. They've got this turret down to half health. They will get jumped on here. With a little bit of damage here. Will they land any of these spells?
Great damage on the turret. They were all focusing there. Not too much health gone on either side. We do see that Rolante took a little bit of damage, and they do have that corrosive shot going down from Gasty. He does have a Guardian Angel as well, so he will be more than happy to flip somebody out with a hyperkinetic position reverser. That it is so namely named. Namely named. Looks like they got some damage onto Wizard. Will they go for this? Tempest down from Zero. Will they focus? They are going to put it on, and that's when the Silver Sash would have helped. Naravar coming up with a kill. Messiah will fall. The AP damage is down, and we're going to see if they can focus down Biggle Buns. He does have exhaust on there, kind of chasing down Zero here, 1-to-1 as Ska trying to do some damage as Caitlyn. The fight is very back and forth right now. They find Gasty, but they don't want to focus the Guardian Angel. Lulu does go down. Biggle Buns, the next focus is Tempter or Lee Sin coming back in to safeguard his teammate. The focus now continuously going to Graves as he kites around. Urgot trying to get this damage down. Back and forth. They finally drop Shen. The tanky team goes down. And EA, after being kited back and forth through the lane, finally comes up with that one. And they turn an ace around now onto Amazon.
And that was some really, really nice moves there. They did a whole lot of good stuff there. That Lee Sin continually shielding his AD carry right there. Actually, it either cooled back down or he actually forgot to use Randuin's during that fight. That would have been very helpful regardless. Although, judging by how much damage he took, he's at half health. He actually managed to tank a whole lot of pain that would have been aimed at him. So, and also Gasty, just out of mana despite a frozen heart, was spending so much. Actually, Wizard coming in.
Whoa.
Looking for the pressure there on the Biggle Buns or to Zyro. Can you do enough damage here? Yes! Picks that kill up, keeps him short alive. Really keep chasing or really far up at his base. But now 14-22. Looks like 3 kills to 5 is how that fight went down. Biggle Buns forced away right now, but he's 7-1-11, has 2,000 gold in the bank, and at about 14,000 gold is the richest member of the entire game. So he's going to be all kinds of happy with how much pain he's dealing out. We've got a Shirelius Reverie and Sunni, Zeke's Herald here for Naravar, playing Lulu. Currently only 700 gold, so actually, or not Zeke, sorry, the Locket of the Iron Solari would be the next grab here. Though Zeke's would be actually a great pickup here. You have 3 attack damage champions that could really use that lifesteal and attack speed.
They are going to grab that blue buff up.
No,
wow, it did steal it. Coming off the left side. Very nice job there, even clearing out vision on it. They were able to take it. Wizard is going to be very happy to hold that blue buff. His cooldowns are going to come up really quick now. Transfusion already doing so much damage, putting out right now per attack about 500 damage per Q, and he can do that every 2.6 seconds, so he is going to be very painful in a fight. Hemo Plague also increasing damage that your opponents are doing as well. So when he throws down that pool ultimate and you see the red circle on everybody, the more damage they take, the more damage his ultimate will do when it procs. So we are going to see now Lord Zale picking up his blue. Nobody really to give that to in this game on his team, so they're going to go ahead and be happy to just give that to Mundo. His cooldown for the ultimate will be up quite quick. And Zero, again, this is really good for EA. They've been able to grab an Oracle again, back to sweeping. They were losing a few fights because of that, but they're doing a great job of rewarding the map and keeping their vision on the top of the game.
We can see, yep, Zyro coming around. That Oracle's so valuable. What's getting swept out, and they're just posturing for Baron. This is actually a really, really good move by EA. They've won the last 4 fights straight, so the more they can bait their enemies into fighting them, the better off they are. And here comes pressure actually on to Dr. Mundo. Down and getting some press, gets dropped immediately. It's like Lisa Mahala, here's the swap. Last is going to slow people out. Can they keep him up in time? No, he's flashed away. As he's out there, Mouse is pushing out Shen. Then in there, and now Urgot getting forced back. They fix the kill on the Shen finally. But now they've been forced to run away. Caitlyn doing so much damage. She's been very, very valuable. And oh my gosh, Urgot forced down. They pick up Soraka, but Vlad is not to be messed with. Oh, he's been hexed, and he will go down. Excellent. Oh, the other Guardian Angel getting triggered there. Graves will survive that ult from Caitlyn. They picked up 4 kills for 1, but it's almost 4 kills for 3. 2 Guardian Angels being used there. Graves and Urgot both, and I'm surprised they actually burned through an Urgot. That is a lot of pain they managed to deal.
Yeah, that is some damage. Wizard was in that fight almost the entire time, and really that Soraka having, actually the Will of the Ancients with Soraka, those heals, that attack damage from the Star Call was really shredding down EA, but they did a great job of, again, walking out, cutting vision, and bringing their vision back by stepping back into the bush. Now it's up to Ska to take this, or hold this turret for his team. He does have a good amount of burst damage, so he can kind of poke them away. The Shurelya's Reverie being popped, but not for Bigglebuns, and he could be left behind in this one. No Caliber net from Ska. And it looks like they will continue to farm the base here. This is what we've talked about before, where the minions are pushing into your enemy's base. You got to get your objectives and get back in their face. If you give them too much time to farm, it allows them to get to that late game. That's where we are right now, and we can see just how powerful Wizard, Mundo, and Shen all are in their respective roles.
Yeah, they're still only, despite all these sort of downfalls. Oh, for Amazon. Oh, nice move here. They've got Mundo tank getting Caitlyn going for the DPS. And they've been revealed by Lee Sin. They see where they are. They've got the ward. They do know what's going on here. Then on the bottom left, you can see the Baron health bar going down to 4,000 health. They're still kind of posturing for position. Will Lee Sin go in for this one? This could be a Baron steal. Who's going to get it? Lord Zale up in front, and he will pick this one up. Zyrule did not go for the steal. I'm surprised. He could have flashed over, gone for the smite, and safeguarded back to a friend. So actually, they could have gone for the steal without losing too much, but they're going to be all right here. Amazon bring themselves back in with this Baron buff. And this could make a fight work for them very, very well here.
This is nice. They've all gathered now in middle. Zero likes to play champions, junglers that he can initiate with. Lee Sin, obviously one of those champions, able to slow down the entire team. We'll have to see if he does anything on this. Right now, their best bet is to actually stay under the turret. We see Messiah backing under right now, or to guard the bottom or top turret. Their waves are pushed. They have that advantage. That's really good for them right now, especially since the other team has Baron. That's going to cause them to want to farm their lanes and get them pushed. Also wasting that Baron. So the next fight isn't going to be as hard for EA. So right now, they're happy to just sit back, farm at their base.
Yeah, so right now, although Amazon, Scout's out of items to buy. He's literally maxed out. There's nothing else I think he could get aside from elixirs. You can see him pick them up just now. The rest of the roster, Wizard, almost out of items as well. Only the Zhonya's still to go, and that actually might be all he needs. If he doesn't want to go Quicksilver Sash, he can buy that Zhonya's Hourglass. Actually has it now, and except for the elixir, which he just got, Wizard's now also out of items to buy. Lord Zealot has a lot of room to go. Looks like Guardian Angel might be next, maybe an Atlas Impaler. Rolante actually has a lot of room to go as well, 2 slots to build, and of course core space, a lot of room as well. So Amazon has some places to go. Naravar, oh wow, oh man. And they see him, look at that, they know they're there, they see that ward get swept. I mean, they could backdoor their base. I mean, they could do whatever they want, and like, this is...
Wow, yeah, when they get vision on minions, they're going to do exactly what they want to do. There's a middle inhibitor. They have so much damage. And there they have vision on minions in the mid, and they're going to go for the back. Can they get this back door down? This inhibitor is going to drop quite fast. There goes the inhibitor. It's going to be Urgot first. He will shield himself. They will find the first tower to fall. Zero actually taking damage from the second tower. The minion's about to be stopped, and they are going to go ahead and backdoor one there. They find Wizard on the right side off to the wing. He is going to be forced to go to the right. Exit stage left on this one. And he is on that turret. They are now going to try to clear the resources in this jungle unless they get into a fight here. Face to face, Wizard one-on-one with Ghastly. They do have Malzahar coming in, but he was not able to get that ult down as he just broke the fog of war. Wizard getting out by the skin of his teeth there.
Getting slow though. He could get jumped on really, really hard. A lot of pain going on by him as the Wild broke himself. A lot of pressure going in. Winner going down pretty low. Still alive is Lulu, and there's the swap coming in there from oh wow, so much damage from Vlad. And now Graves getting picked on, getting a shield, but he's not in good shape right now. Mundo might pick that one up. There's 2 kills so far as Graves has also fallen. And this is looking really, really good for Amazon. They're pushing down EA. And you can see Lulu trying to run away. Those cleavers into her back. She's not liking those. Her glitter lance is up. Will land that, but it's not landing on a Shen. And Shen almost in range. Another cleaver. There's the exhaust as well.
Wow.
Amazon will not escape this one. Leeson and Mal's will, but Amazon go for a whole lot of pressure right now. They're
that
into a 5v2.
Did not taste like purple for her.
Oh, it did. It was Mundo.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're going to be pushing this bottom wave now as they go to the top of the lane. And we do have Vladimir pushing mid as well. Tides of Blood just absolutely decimating that wave. He's going to have to go through a super minion, but that won't take him very long. As more gold going to Amazon here as they drop one turret. And finally, the inhibitor of EA. So they've kind of tied it up there in the control of the map. Both teams really wavering back and forth here. However, 26-18 in kills. Both teams are keeping the gold within 5,000 right now, which is kind of crazy with the amount of kills that are going down. The objectives just going back and forth. But Amazon with such a momentum run right here, taking down 2 inhibitors and turrets. And they are going to be able to make it out of here just absolutely clean on that without losing anybody.
They're going to move on over for another turret there. This is the kind of moves that you really want to see from the team that had controlled Baron, just won a team fight. They take every outer turret. They've got inhibitors down in 2 lanes right now, so the mid lane will actually fight super minions for super minions. This top lane equal as well. But this bot lane, you can see these minion waves are very, very scary. Amazon will be able to keep pushing and keep the pressure up, and they'll be getting some very good power out of this.
So far, a great game 1 here at the After Hours Gaming League Grand Finals. Amazon versus EA. Amazon taking a bit of a lead here, although down in kills, they do have that gold lead. They have map control, it appears, as they have just decimated the front line of defense inside the base of EA. And also taken out any outer defenses. They have 1 inhibitor turret left in that top lane. Looks like that's where the focus is. They feel safe enough to go back there. We see a lot of finished items coming out here. Ska on the Phantom Dancer, a Frozen Heart for Soraka. That is going to decimate any attack speed on the opposing team. An Abyssal Scepter also shredding more magic resistance. So all the APs about to, or magic dealers about to do a lot of damage due to that Abyssal Scepter. The supports buying items that help facilitate movement and shielding of the team. Everybody really tanky right now, Freak. And whoever gets this next battle is probably going to be game over.
Yeah, in both cases, the Nexus could fall. The respawn timers at this point are about a minute long. So whenever you kill a champion, you've got to go back to the summoner platform, respawn, they're off the map for that minute. And because both middle inhibitors are gone for both these teams, you know, the minions are right in the middle of the map. If you kill a team, you can make this push up the map in no time flat and destroy this Nexus. So in this next team fight, if it's won by a landslide, that's going to mean game over. That is absolutely going to be the deciding team fight. And it looks like Amazon right now are wanting to push. They're getting themselves up this mid lane, and they are gonna go for some pressure here. Gassy starting to build some more damage for himself finally. 235 attack damage. They're actually moving up. No, Amazon's going for the top lane. They're going to go for this last inhibitor, but it is defended by a turret. Let's see if they get much out of this. Gassy trying to get some spam going down. And they are now up towards this turret right now. Amazon a little bit afraid of this pressure, though. Of course, all of EA are here ready to defend. The way the base is shaped, it's much easier for EA to get between these choke points than it is for Amazon to assault them.
So this could be big here, as Bigglebun's still playing well for his team, but he's also going for more damage, so he may start to outdamage Kate if they can continue to stay in the fight. Graves gets very, very dangerous late game with that attack speed. He also has a Last Whisper. With Caitlyn's slots being full, she builds another Phantom Dancer instead of more damage, so she's kind of going to cap out unless she crits. That's going to be about 80%, probably 90% right now, but we could see Graves dealing out a little bit more damage if he can go for that Bloodthirster and get it stacked. It is quite late game, so he doesn't have much to farm. That item could be a little too late for the damage he requires. But right now, both of these teams can go all out for a fight for about 30 seconds. We've really seen it where it comes down to a few people dying quickly in the beginning. The supports go down, maybe Nerevar on Lulu, and we do see Mundo getting dropped fast because he is a focus. But after that, the fights go on. Abilities are used 2 or 3 times around. So it's really anybody's fight in who can really dodge vision and get inside, outside of bushes. There comes the taunt from Rolante. Will they continue this fight? The flash is down on Bigglebuns. He also gets exhausted. Wizard taking a lot of damage in pool. Ghastly is going to focus on to Wizard. Not going to be able to get him to go down, though. Could it be enough damage? Ghastly could fall himself. The Guardian Angel is procced as they are focusing Bigglebuns now, trying to get Graves down. Those damage dealers are the focus. Graves finally falls. His Guardian Angel is up. It will be Urgot to fall. Ghastly finally goes down. 3 down for EA's team as a 4th one falls. Graves will find the ground. Nerevar now chased out of mid lane. The final one to live. The last one standing. Mundo with the last swipe. And it will be an ace for Amazon.
This looks like enough time for Amazon to push through. You can see Caitlyn cannot backdoor by herself, just trying to run forward, pick up these minion kills. And I got to hand it to the Caitlyn, though. She had an amazing escape down there in that brush early in that fight, hopped over the wall, broke line of sight from Graves, and just ran around, let her teammates pick up those kills. And now they're onto these turrets with 30 seconds still for the respawn. One of their inhibitors is back. Actually, an inhib could come back in time while they're going for the Nexus. This could be kind of